Hi, I'm Jenny Trent Hughes. I'm a family counselor, and I'm here today with Janine Spencer, who's a psychologist. And what we're going to do is try to give you some insight into how to maintain a positive mental attitude, because that has so much to do with how this whole process is going to work for you. First of all, congratulate yourself that you've taken the first step on what is going to be a bit of a journey, hopefully not a very long journey, but a trip that's going to take you from where you are now to solving the whole issue of bedwetting. The first thing I'd like you to remember is that you are not alone. We cannot stress that enough. And I know that the first thing that parents say to me when they come for counseling on this is that they feel alone. They feel that no one else has this problem, and a lot of people do. So take on board the fact that you are not alone.
Absolutely. I sometimes find that parents are reluctant to accept help from other people. They sort of feel like they should be able to do it on their own. They're the parent, they should be able to solve this problem. But it's so important that they actually are happy to talk to other people and accept whatever help they can, whether it's online or going to your doctor or whatever.
Absolutely, because in the decades before now, you sort of lived in an extended family, you lived in a village, there were lots of people to give advice.
Yes.
And so certain problems didn't become the big problems that we make them nowadays,
Yes.
because you always had an old auntie or your grandma or somebody who would say, oh, that's completely fine,
Yeah.
6 of them did it, this is what you do. And now we feel alone. And also, because we're such a perfection-oriented society, we're always worried that our child needs to be perfect, which of course is impossible.
Absolutely.
And we feel that we must be doing something wrong. So it's about accepting the fact that you're not doing anything wrong, there isn't anything wrong with your child,
No.
and there'll be somebody out there with an answer to help.
Absolutely. And the child's not broken, it's just going through a difficult period at the time.
I also think that it's very important for people to, and this is absolutely the most difficult thing to do, but stay calm and take it one day at a time.
Yeah.
I'll have parents say to me, oh, this has been going on now for 6 months every night. Is it going to go on for 2 more years? And that doesn't help anybody.
No, it doesn't.
You just focus on each day. And what happens, okay, unfortunately, the bed is wet again, we'll clean it up. Tomorrow is another day.
Absolutely. Nothing is forever.
Exactly. So it's stay in the moment, stay calm and stay in the moment, one day at a time.
Yeah, I agree. And I think parents will often blame themselves, especially if they find that it's a genetic component. So maybe their husband wet the bed or they wet the bed when they were children. And, we as parents, we beat ourselves up anyway about everything. But it's not your fault and it's not your child's fault. So just sort of go along with it, know that there will be an end in sight.
And I think it's also important to keep in mind that your child isn't broken.
No.
It's not a question that your child is broken and you need to fix your child. It's that your child is going through a difficult period of time.
Yeah.
And you're just helping to guide them through that period of time. I think also it's important to keep in mind that it's slightly different. As much as it's difficult for any parent, if this is your first child, chances are it will be even more difficult, because you're worried that, you're just happy that you haven't left the baby at the supermarket.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, what am I doing wrong now? And so even if it's your first child, don't worry.
Yeah.
You'll get through.
There's
and
an end. Nothing
there
is
is
forever.
an end in sight.
Always. Absolutely.